In 1962, a medical study took place in South Africa. The purpose of the study was to research viral gastroenteritis. But during the study, researchers stumbled across something else, a virus they had never seen before. It was decided that large-scale testing of this new virus would take place on native subjects. The virus was labeled K17. But after several years, the study of this virus was unaccountably written off. Strangely, 22 years on, all research and knowledge of K17 was removed from the public domain, erased from existence, until now. name is Michael Dorn. I was part of a small team of molecular biologists selected to work on what I believed was a cure for the plague of the 21st century, HIV. But with recent events, I began to question the validity of what it was we were trying to achieve. Growing up, I always believed that for science to make forward progressions, sacrifices had to be made. But now it was at a cost I was no longer comfortable with.
Did you hear the news, Scotty?
Yeah, it's been all over the TV.
Our team consisted of 4 people. Myself and Scott, we did all the lab work. And then there was Alex. We reported to him. He was our coordinator. He was a smart man, but totally anal. He did everything by the book.
How are we doing today? All right, but you might want to take a look at this. Okay. Excellent work. Looks like you've done it.
What? I think we should stop the testing until we know exactly what we're dealing with here.
Michael, what are you worried about? This is exactly what we're hoping for, so let's put it to work.
Have you seen what the first batch did to the test subjects?
Of course I have. And so have you.
This has not progressed far enough to warrant further testing.
We have seen effects far worse than this before. Are you forgetting what we're trying to achieve here?
I know exactly what we're trying to achieve here, but for Christ's sake, there has to be a time when the side effects outweigh the results. We should not release this batch yet.
We have to. I'm getting pressure.
From who? Lance?
Well, is it ready yet?
Yeah, it's ready.
Well, let's get to it.
Okay then.
I need more time, Alex.
Time is a luxury we don't have, Michael.
The final member of our team was Lance. What can I tell you about him? This guy was a psycho, a walking robot. Lance was the link to our employers, the people who funded the project. He accompanied either myself or Scott to all the testing. Our research began 2 years ago with the highly classified reintroduction of the K17 virus. This, and an existing blood sample supplied by our employers, was spliced together to form a new strain of K17, which we labeled RVK17. Our tests were carried out on humans, people already infected with HIV. But the new virus we had created was unlike HIV, in that there was little incubation period, and the smallest amount was enough to infect hundreds. Occasionally things went wrong at the testings, and at times like this, I could see why Lance's services had been employed. He was an ex-Marine turned bounty hunter. I didn't know, I didn't really want to know, but he was definitely someone you didn't want to fuck with.
Get him off me! Now! Get him off! Now!
Each of the test subjects was tagged and monitored closely, like lab rats. But recently, one of the subjects had escaped the system and was killing people in the general populace. Because of this security breach, we had hired an external security company as backup whenever testing took place, just in case something went wrong. The problem was, today I was the thing that had gone wrong.
Hey. Yeah, we got him. Come pick us up.
Fuck.
Yeah, we got a situation here, man. Yeah, get your ass around here now. You hear me? Fuck. Shit.
Hey, man. Could do with a bit of pick-me-up, yeah? Hey. Hey. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We knew there were side effects to RVK-17. With the renegade subject loose, ripping people to pieces, it had been all over the news. But still we continued with our research. We knew it was wrong, but we deluded ourselves into believing it was for the benefit of all mankind, the sacrifice of some for the many. Christ, I even lost my own wife. And now I was to suffer at the hands of my own creation.
could say that. An unexpected situation has occurred.
Go on.
Testing of the new batch went ahead as scheduled, but a struggle broke out with the subject. Michael Dorn, well, he was infected with the virus.
This is most unfortunate. Where is he now?
Well, that's the problem. He shot me in the leg and he escaped.
Incompetence! This has put me in an awkward situation. I can't afford being exposed. He is a risk to the project and must be disposed of.
I was hoping you would say that.
You will inform Gage of the situation. He will assist you with this assignment.
Look, I work alone. That's the deal. I don't need to be held down by some drug-fucked half-breed.
Not in this case, Bounty Hunter. It's because of your inadequacies that we are in this situation. Gage is resourceful, and he is one of our kind.
Fuck your kind! You want me to work with that asshole? My price goes to 100,000.
Very well. You will receive payment when your assignment is complete. Now go.
What the fuck do you want, Lance?
Enough with the attitude. We have a situation.
Must be a pretty serious situation to drag your ass down here.
We need to find and dispose of Michael Dorn.
I thought he was one of yours.
Yeah, he was. Now he's one of yours.
I think we've got our jobs mixed up here. You're the bounty hunter, not me. I don't do that anymore.
Don't make me get off this bike, Gage.
Why?
'Cause I'm not as patient as the council.
So what do you want me to do?
You're our eyes and ears on the street, so do your job. Get some of your people together and find Michael Dorn.
Okay, I'm on.
Fucking half-breed.
Get here. All right, let's get down to business. Situation has come up that needs urgent attention. His name is Michael Dorn. And all you have to do is find this asshole and bring him to me. Alive.
No problem. We'll get right on it.
Yeah, you do that. What are you still doing here?
What about our payment?
Of course. How could I forget? Everything to your satisfaction?
I'm sure it's all there.
Oh, and there's one more thing you should know about Michael Dorn.
A newfound instinct had brought me to this state of savagery, but like a swift blow to the face, I quickly snapped back to reality. I stood there for what seemed like an eternity, contemplating what I had just done. The whole thing seemed like a dream, but I knew this was going to happen. I'd seen it all before. After his infection, the renegade subject had taken a personal vendetta toward me. But instead of killing me, he took the one thing from me which I cared more about than any other, my wife, Jessica. Since her death, I began to view things through different eyes.
Is this your wife, sir?
A rage surged through me so ferociously, but I couldn't do anything. I was responsible for the death of my own wife and many others, and I was now condemned to live this life as a bloodlusting freak. If it had to be this way, I had decided to make my victims society's undesirables.
Well, you sure are a slippery little sucker, ain't you? I've been hunting high and low for you, you bastard. Funny, though. I thought you'd be a little bit more dangerous than that. Shit! That's gotta hurt, don't it? Well, this is definitely my lucky day. Out shopping for food, were we? What's it feel like to be on the other end of the needle, huh? What's wrong, Michael? I thought you're kind to be right at home hanging upside down like that. Don't worry, I'll be putting you out of your misery shortly. You know, I really wish there was an easier way to kill you freaks. Cutting your heart out just doesn't do it for me. I was thinking something like a stake in the heart, holy water, you know, something like out of the movies. This shit is messy. But don't worry, because I've been doing this for quite some time now, cleaning up after your dirty work, and I got it down to a fine art. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to thank you for my new limp. You know, I'm gonna do my best to make this as painful as I possibly can, Michael. I never really liked you. You never had any respect for me or what I done for you. You looked to me like I was some kind of murdering bastard. And all I ever did was put your test subjects out of their misery. Sweet Jesus! Poetic justice, wouldn't you say? You know, they say God acts in funny ways, Michael. But there ain't nothing funny about this. You're getting what you deserve. You're going straight to hell. Michael! It doesn't end here, Michael! You hear me? It doesn't end here!
Seeing how fast my wounds had healed, it soon became apparent the true potential of RVK-17. If the virus were to ever seep into society, the world as we know it would be changed forever. I now saw before me the monster I had become. I decided to keep myself locked away from the world so as to not cause anyone any more harm. But after several days, the need to feed completely consumed me. My sensibilities had gone. I was now in a state of total bloodlust, with no comprehension of my actions. I was without control. Before that day, I had never taken an innocent life. I never allowed the pain to get to a level where it controlled my every thought. The virus had consumed me. Control had been lost. I had now crossed the line, and there was no turning back.
Who are you?
Yeah! Not who, Michael, but what. I am the future, and it's all thanks to you. Too bad you're not gonna get a chance to live the dream.
The dream?
Immortality, Michael. Oh!
After taking a bullet today, I realized that in order for me to survive, I needed to prepare myself for the inevitable battles to come. Upon the knowledge I had gained from Lance, My first priority was to keep my heart in my chest. I achieved this with a bulletproof Kevlar chest plate. I then constructed a Kevlar-lined trench coat to conceal the rest of my body. But I knew this would all be useless if I did not have the weaponry to back it up.
Gotcha.
I had decided to return to my apartment. I knew this was risky, but I needed to gather some things that would give me the strength to see this thing through. As expected, the place had been ransacked. I didn't really care because I knew they wouldn't find anything. All my research was kept at the lab, but what I had returned for was my gun, my sword, and the last photo that was taken of Jessica and I together. My gun I got, but my sword was missing. Fortunately, though, they had left the photo behind.
Sweet Jesus, boy, what the hell are you doing? He's getting away!
Lance and Gage were all over me. Wherever I turned, they seemed to be there. I couldn't shake them. What I needed was a fucking arsenal to take them down.
We understand you wish to acquire some of our merchandise.
That's right.
Well, what exactly do you want?
Well, what have you got?
All right, that's enough of the bullshit, Sunshine. Are we gonna do business or what? Because I'm not here to play games with you. Either you tell us what you want or you get the fuck out.
Well, what will this get me?
Now that's more like it. Take the glasses off. I like the look in the eyes of a man I'm dealing with. Check the briefcase.
Bad move, motherfucker.
You had him and you let him get away. That fucks with my plans. All I want to do is get the job done, get my money, and get the...
There's someone here.
Oi!
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm looking for you. What do you think?
Back the fuck up, Lance!
Oh, let me guess. You're a supplier.
So what's the story?
Well, why don't you tell me what the story is, eh? One of your kind just busted up my place, killed 2 of my men, and took all my weapons.
One of my kind?
I know what I saw. One of your kind.
When? Where?
What, are your ears painted on or something, eh? Hey, where the fuck are you going anyway? Hey, you're supposed to take care of this shit. I don't give you tons of this shit each week to shove up your arm for nothing, you know? Are you listening to me?
I ain't got time for this shit.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, I guess you got to find yourself a new supplier.
Fucking pea-brain.
He must have been hungry.
No shit, Einstein. He's long gone.
Not too long.
I think you take your job a little too seriously.
You took this job half as serious as I do, we'd have him by now.
Fuck the job. Fuck you and your issues. I am sick of this shit. You're on your own.
Hey, boy! Just remember, you ain't just dealing with me. You're dealing with the Council.
I'm sorry, old friend. But there was no other way.
I knew the only real way for this to stop was to destroy everyone and everything involved with the project. I now had the means to achieve this.
Michael? What a surprise. Where have you been? I thought
Cut
you
the
were
crap,
dead.
Alex. I'm here because I want answers.
Michael, I don't think you're in the right
Shut
frame.
up! Look at me. Look at them. RVK-17 was never designed to find a cure for HIV, was it? It was all a smokescreen.
Michael, you were the one who helped develop the virus. You knew the risks.
Yes, risks I felt were warranted in finding a cure for HIV, not turning people into blood-sucking freaks.
Michael, you're delusional. You need help.
No, Alex. You're the one who needs help. Who are you working for? Who's behind all of this?
The government. I don't know who. I just take orders like you did.
How can you continue to work for them knowing what this virus does?
They're working on a cure.
They don't want a cure. They got another agenda, and you know it.
I don't know what you want from me. I don't have the answers.
Bullshit!
Look at yourself, Michael. The virus has taken control of you. It's all in your mind. You have to believe me. Let me help you.
It was your good fortune Michael Dorn managed to escape, Bounty Hunter.
Come again?
Circumstances have changed now that Alex and Scott are dead. The Council has decided he would be of more value to us alive. He helped develop the virus. Now he can assist us in perfecting it. He is one of us now, whether he likes it or not. That's why he is no longer your problem.
What, that's it?
No. There is a problem with one of the other subjects. He has gone renegade and is attracting unnecessary attention. Expire him and leave Michael to us.
Well, I have some unfinished business with Michael Dorn.
I am well aware of your personal vendetta, and that is exactly why you will no longer pursue him. Your business with him is finished.
Oh, really?
If you choose to disobey me and jeopardize my plans, you will be dealt with accordingly.
What about my money?
You will get your money when you have expired the renegade. Now leave.
After obtaining the files of all the infected subjects from Alex's house, I decided to take Lance and Gage on their own turf. I knew all I could about Lance, but after reading Gage's files, I had reservations about the action I was about to undertake. Gage was of the first batch of RVK-17, a more aggressive strain, and knowing this, I was not going to underestimate his abilities. But what worried me was that Gage had volunteered to be infected, and that was almost beyond my own comprehension.
What the hell you doing, boy? You won't catch a ladybird with that shit.
This demands respect and requires discipline, something which you do not have.
Shit, boy, you can't spell respect, and you don't know about discipline. What the hell we got here, boy? You order takeaway? I don't think I can eat with two hands.
Show us what you got.
Oh, I get it. We ain't eating, we're playing. That be the U.S. Marines, boy!
Okay, not bad. He's here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can feel him. told you we were too good for you humans. You wanna play, huh?
You know, only one of us is gonna walk away from this.
He's getting away.
What are you doing, fool? I told you to leave Michael alone.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm sick of playing by your rules. That son of a bitch crippled me, now you want me to leave him alone?
Enough! You do not realize how insignificant you and your petty vendettas are. You have reached your expiry date, bounty hunter.
What do you mean by that?
Your insolence has now forced me to take matters into my own hands. Your services are no longer required.
You owe me $100,000!
I owe you nothing! Leave now with your life. Or not at all. I warn you, bounty hunter. Stay away from Michael Dorn.
I noticed my blood was now black. This was the final stage of the virus. My transformation was now complete. But more importantly, this file had been placed here in my absence. The subject, Dr. Swift, was the man responsible for the inception of the K-17 research in 1962. With this violation of my lair, I knew I must proceed with caution.
I wondered how long it would be before you found me. Come closer.
You know me?
I recommended you for the project. I know you're here to kill me, Michael. But before you do, don't you want to know the truth?
What truth?
Why you're here, Michael. You see, the truth is simple. When you were working for the government, did you know who controlled the project? Were you ever told who gave the orders to commence the testing on humans? You don't know, do you? This is far greater than anything you could ever have possibly imagined. As you know, the existing K-17 virus was genetically spliced using existing blood to form RV-K-17. Where did the existing blood come from, Michael? It came from vampires. Vampires as mythology knows them.
Bullshit! Vampires don't exist, old man.
You know it's true. Just look at yourself. There is no other explanation. The only problem is, the last batch that you were infected with was successful. Now this will allow the Council to come out and take control in a very short space of time.
The Council?
The Council, Michael. They are your true enemies. They are the ones your fight is with. They're the last of the pure-blood vampires. They control the project and the virus research. The only way to stop this is to kill them. Kill them all! And you have killed the source.
How do I know you're not working for them?
I am working for them. I'm their guinea pig. I do what they want, and they allow me to live. Like this. I'm too weak to fend for myself. So they use me, and I use them.
So why do you want me to stop them, old man?
Because they have a vaccine for the virus, Michael. And I'm tired of living like a caged animal! I'm tired of the yearning. But most of all, I miss my wife and my children.
What are you saying?
I too have been infected with the virus. I am now a vampire.
But your eyes.
Eyes. Contact lenses.
I don't understand.
Well, understand this, Michael. There is a vaccine. So focus! Because only you have the strength to take them on. All I wish for is to be human once again.
So how do I find this council?
I don't know what you're getting so worked up about. The council's got their way. It's all over.
It ain't over yet, boy! I'm putting those fuckers out of business! Permanently!
I did not know if the information Dr. Swift had given me was true or not. But it was my only sign of hope. At the very least, I needed answers. The whole thing had sent me into a spin. One minute I thought I was working on a cure for HIV. The next minute, I find I'm responsible for a new generation of genetically engineered vampires. It was a total mind job. But if this vaccine did exist, tonight, my life as a vampire would come to an end.
Where are you, Raphael? Come on out, you fuckers! Fuck you! Fuck the council! You can all burn in hell! blow this place to the fucking ground.
Time to die, motherfucker.
Come on, Michael. I've waited a long time for this. A long time.
I see you have my sword. I want it back.
What, this? You do realize you're gonna have to take it from me, don't you, Michael? Don't you? Maybe you're not such a Nancy boy after all. Well, there's one more thing. Look familiar? Nice piece of ass.
You bastard. Hey, Gage, guess what? You're not gonna get to live the dream.
Michael Dorn, finally you have chosen to come before us.
We've been looking forward to this day for quite some time
now. All this time you've been searching for answers, when in fact, you already hold them.
are now the key, Michael. You are the answer.
You actually came here to destroy us, didn't you? You foolish man. Did you really think it would be that simple?
Who are you?
Who am I?
I know you're here to kill me, Michael. But don't you want to know the truth?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Raphael Ravencroft, born in the King's year 1223, and I am a vampire. Let me take a moment of your time to explain. We are the last of the pure-blood vampires, a dying breed that has slowly been destroyed by man's destructive evolution. Centuries ago, we were masters of our own domain. Man feared us, and we were at the top of the food chain and did as we wished. But slowly over time, as man and his technology finally evolved, our rule came to a painful end. With the discovery of penicillin and other antiviral medicines, man has slowly developed an immunity to our gift. And so we were no longer able to reproduce, so as to further our existence. We were living in old times with old ways. Something had to change. In order to continue, we had to evolve. And modern technology was the answer that we were waiting for. But one problem followed another. And with the 20th century evolving at the rapid rate that it did, it was not long before our numbers began to dwindle. But something else was now killing us. Our new enemy was no longer man, but man's greed. You see, man has the ability to consume all of his natural resources and abuse them for the good of collecting money. Our new enemy was now carbon monoxide. You see, years ago, the air was clean and pure. But today, with the high levels of pollutants and toxins in the air, man's lungs have already evolved. But ours have not. So for years, as we watched our brothers die, we had to build this refuge. A totally controlled environment with 4 levels of air filtration just to breathe. Oh, I'm sure you can see the irony. Whilst we waited for technology to exist to ensure our survival, it was technology itself that was now killing us off and confining us to this concrete coffin. So now, there are only 5 of us remaining. So as technology finally caught up to our vision, our dreams were able to be realized. With the current research in DNA, we saw the opportunity to further our existence and to make the final transition. It was I who instigated the research that you were working on to find a cure for HIV. Oh, I know you believe the desire to find a cure was a front, but it was not. Your foolish governments created HIV as a means of ridding themselves of drug users and homosexuals, thinking that it would never seep into their real world. How horribly wrong they all were. And now the epidemic is spreading beyond their control, affecting not only the people it was intended for, but the entire community. So where does that leave us? Why would we possibly want to help the human race? Simple. For without man, we have no food. So the cure that you were working on, Michael, was double-edged. And I must say, Congratulations. Bravo! You succeeded in your work, Michael. The first batch does cure HIV. Oh yes, it's true. The only problem is, we don't want a world full of AIDS-free vampires, do we? Oh no. We want an elite breed of intelligent vampires. And we need AIDS-free humans to feed on. I want to restore the natural balance of nature and place vampires back in their rightful order of evolutionary hierarchy. And that's where you came into the picture. You, Scott and Alex, were our prized possessions. You three were going to ensure our survival into the modern world. Of course, as we all know, there were some side effects with the first batch. But the second batch, the one that you just so happen to be infected with, works. You are living proof, Michael. So like it or not, things are about to change in a very big way. Now you can be part of that change. And together, we can rule the Earth. And the human race will simply be bred for us like cattle.
I am nothing like you. I am something that you will never be.
Oh, the truth is too much for you, is it? Well, it's too late. You are one of us now. I can see it in your eye. I can feel your adrenaline running through your veins. Oh yes, you are one of us now.
I'll never join you.
And what good will that do you?
Silver bullets.
I did not know what the future would bring, but with Raphael, Lance, and the remaining test subjects still out there, I knew my job was not done. What remained now was to develop an antivirus to terminate this unnatural plague and erase vampires from existence, once and for all.
You melt with